Three ideas from this last week, and they all come back to the same one thing. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Number one is the feed is deceiving. I don't know about you, but every time I open up my feed right now, the content is ripping. Like, it's so good. And as someone that's trying to get better at talking to camera and making content, it is super intimidating to have to put stuff out there that's nowhere close to the level of stuff that I'm seeing. But two things on this one. One, these people have probably hundreds or thousands of videos that they've cranked through, and they're just way further along in the journey. And two, the feed is showing you the best stuff. It's incentivized to show you good content so you stay on it. So everything that comes up in my feed is like really freaking good. How I'm getting over this personally is just I'm thinking about quantity leading to quality. The more I push out, the more I'm going to find my format, the better I'm going to get, and focusing in on the process of talking to camera, of the actual workflow of things, and using that quantity to get me to a level of quality output that I'm able to sustain and that I'm good at. Point number two is my ads have not been performing as well as in the past. I heard other bigger advertisers that are spending way more money than me talking about some platform changes and the algorithm changes on Meta that has significantly decreased their performance. Instead of blaming the algorithm, I'm like, hey, what if my creative's just not good enough? What if my landing page is not selling my offer? What if I'm not communicating my value proposition? What if, frankly, my ads are just not that good? And when I looked at everything that way, it was just like a checklist of stuff that I could go and improve on my whole creative system to be able to say, like, yeah, I haven't been getting the results that I've been wanting to get or used to get, so I went back and I improved on my craft. My very first landing pages weren't generating any leads. I made some changes, I got some leads, and then I just kind of like said, all right, I figured that out. But when I came back and I did an audit, I'm like, dude, this is nowhere near as good as I think it could be. So what I've been focusing on now is after I get that value proposition and that offer front and center right on the landing page, now I'm really agitating the problem. I'm getting in that prospect's head and saying, this is what you're feeling. This is what you're experiencing. This is why it's so difficult. But after I went through that exercise, I look back and I'm like, yeah, this is way better at agitating that prospect's pain, which is going to help me convert more people through the funnel. Point number three is your energy as a leading indicator. So my sales rep took a vacation, a much deserved and needed one, but that meant I had to take some of the sales phone calls. And I was doing some of these intro offer calls for like our class-based membership, which frankly, I'm just not as energized about and I'm not as excited about. So when those calls came on my calendar, one side of me is like, dang, I don't want to do this. I shouldn't be doing this. But then the flip side, I was like, you know what? What if I could use this as an opportunity to upsell into our more exciting programs, the things that I've just launched and that make the business more revenue and money and service that customer better? And you know what? I had 3 calls and I upsold them all into consults and then upsold them into semi-personal training. Key takeaway here is use those negative sides as like an opportunity to improve or try something new. And you might find that when you have that perspective on things, that actually what comes out the other end might surprise you. It might lead you to something better than had you not had that optimistic mindset on in the very first place. And remember, you find what you're looking for. You're looking for opportunities, you're gonna find opportunities.